Within 2 years, the last one, what year? John Major became Boss Tory, and Die Hard 2 was out of the movies. So get within 2 years. Right, I'm going to show you the answers any second. You let me know what you're doing. Morocco Land and Water Orders are going for 3. The balls are in. The balls are only out if you go for all 5, of course. Not touching the call. I think you'll have heard of it, Marion. That's the thing. I think you'll have heard of the answer. Chucky's akimbo. The balls are out. I'm going for all 5. Okay. I'm about to show you the answers. Before I do, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to remind you that I'm doing this for tips. You know, I've not worked in the pubs for, well, exactly a year now. So I'm still just trying to survive. So any tips I get off you, very, very welcome. Feed me and my family until we can get back to work. So who knows, might be soon-ish, maybe. There's a link. Thanks very much. Really appreciate those who do donate and who have donated. Thank you. Right, okay, let's... I'm going to show you the answers now. Here we go. So you all ready? Oh, look. It's onions. There's going to be another mistake like that because that was the earlier edit, then it failed, and then I didn't save it. Then I shut it. Anyway, onions. Sfibel and Cremidi. So, okay, 4 points for that. Number 2, St. Peter Port. That is Guernsey. 4 points for Guernsey. Let us know if you get bust on any of these. Number 3, Slain Rogue Trooper, Judge Dredd. They are all characters from 2000 AD is the name of the comic. Judge Dredd, probably the most famous character, but that's been running since 1977, still on the go. Louisa's bust. Got bust on the onions. I wonder what you put instead of onions. Which Italian composer came up with 4 seasons? That was your old pal Antonio Vivaldi. Vivaldi then. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? And right, this one I had to get within 2 years. John Major became leader of the Tories, and Die Hard 2 was out at the cinema. That was 1990. So if you got between 1988 and 1992, then you are all right. It looks like a few people are getting bust. Jersey. What's Jersey? Jersey is St. Helier. Is that Jersey? Lisa went for Spuds. Got bust on that one. Disaster. Hey, Mr. Doyle got his 4 that he went for. He ended up in 68. Great score. Right. I'm very quickly going to show you the link to upload your scores, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's score sheet. Here we go. Copy and paste that in there. 20, I got the balls out in 20 to 20 in the last round. Nice work, Colin. And Lumpy Gravy as well. 69 for Jose Augusto in the end of the quiz. Great stuff. The balls are cold, but it's worth it. 20 points. 71, 69. All right. Right, so some really good scores tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing all the scores. Right, it's time to say hello to... Oh, hang on. I'll just show you all the answers together. Look, by the way, that's when John Major saved Los Angeles Airport. So Onion, Guernsey, 2000 AD, Vivaldi, and between 88 and 92. Get your scores uploaded. I've put the link in there. I'll put it in one more time. There you go. Okay, but you know, I started doing this politics thing the other week. Is it here? Have I got it up here? I don't think I do. I thought I had the scores up here. Right, we've had, oops, I'll just close that. We had a representative from the Green Party on the other week, and the sound wasn't great, but we managed to get through it. And that was Jody from the Green Party. He managed to score 51 points. And I'm just using this as a way to meet some politicians over the next few weeks in the run-up to the election. So we have a Mr. Charles Dundas here. Hello there. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello. Yes, I sound like I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, that's good. I can hear you perfectly well. You sound really, really good. Now, I had a bit of trouble before with the sound, so I'm just going to ask everybody who's watching, is the sound okay? Have we got a horrible echo, or does Charles sound okay? Are you a Charles or are you a Charlie?
It depends who I'm talking to. It's very much dealer's choice on that one for me. I'm happy with Charles, but I'll answer to Chuck, J-Bab, Chuckles, Chuckademus.
Chuckademus, all right. Oh, we'll stick with that. That sounds good for me. Chuckademus. Here's Chuckademus from the Lib Dems now. Sound is fine, says Louise. That's great. Sound loud and clear. Oh, it sounds fantastic. Good. So, now you don't know too much about this, but it's just a one-on-one quiz thing. I'm hoping to do one of these every night after my main quiz between now and the election, because not all of us know who we're going to vote for. So I think putting politics to one side, I think a good way for undecided voters to work out who to vote for is by having a pub quiz, and then whoever does the best, obviously, they'll get the votes. And I noticed when I was on Twitter that you said you're an inveterate quizzer. It says that in your Twitter profile. Now, what does that mean?
It means I'm a slave to trivia. I've done quite a lot of it through my days. I've been to plenty of Dr. Paul's quizzes. Murph's,
oh, you have?
Gooses, all the big names of Dave Goldberg, all the Edinburgh specialists. I've been there.
Well, I've got no idea who these other people are. I don't care about them. But as long as you keep in mind, that's all right.
I keep in my wallet one of the 1 extra point tokens that you get from a Dr. Paul quiz for being a contestant.
The guy knows what he's talking about. Fantastic. I tell you what, someone else that one of our quizzers here, Colin, mentioned earlier on about this thing is that this might be the only time that we can get a straight answer from a politician by asking them quiz questions. No point in asking you a lot about policy or beliefs or anything like that, or what you're going to do. Forget about it. We'll ask you some quiz questions. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to go for it. I'll tell you the format. It's called 55 points. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. That's all. And the first question is worth 1 point. Second question is worth 2 points. Third is worth 3, and so on. So if you get them all right, you'll score 55 points. 55 is the maximum, and they get slightly harder as time goes on. So here we go. Here's Charles Dundas from the Liberal Democrats, who is you're going for election, aren't you? You're on the list for Lothian, is that right?
I'm on the Lothian list, but I'll also be the candidate in Musselburgh and Mid Lothian North. So anyone out there?
Well, I'll ask you about that in a second, but let's do the quiz. I can tell you're all primed there, and obviously no cheating. This will be a bigger scandal than any kind of gate that you can think of in politics if it turns out we get someone on who cheats. So I'm trusting you for this. Right, here we go, Charles. Question number 1, 1 point. How many inches are there in 1 foot?
There are 12 inches in 1 foot.
See, that's an easy one just to get you into the game. So there's 1 point. You're off the mark. You can relax. Right, question number 2 for 2 points. What is the name of the board game first sold in 1965, where players have to remove body parts from a patient who's called Cavity Sam using tweezers? What's that called?
And then his nose lights up if you do it wrong. That would be Operation.
Perfect. Right, there's 2 points in the bag. You're going well. 100% so far. Question number 3 is a literature question. That's books, folks. What was the pen name of the American writer Samuel Langhorne Clemens, who died in 1910?
I think that's Mark Twain. And he named himself after Mark on a Mississippi riverboat that shows where it would have its weight.
This is high quality quizzing, Mr. Dundas. You're hitting us with the extra facts and everything. Ideal. Number 4, what letter is what? Right, there's 2 50-50 questions peppered amongst number 4 and number 7. So this is your first 50-50 one. Which of these letters is worth more in a game of Scrabble? Letter C or letter G? That's C for Coatbridge or G for Glenrothes. Which is worth more?
Man, I'm not a Scrabble player. It's going to be a complete guess. And well, do you know what? I'm going to go, because I'm Charles, I'm going to go C for Charles.
Well, that's dumb logic, but it's worked. 4 points, yes. C's worth 3 points, and G's only worth 2. So good answer. 100% on record so far. Number 5 for 5 points. Chemical elements, science.
Okay.
Which chemical element has the symbol K, the letter K, and the atomic number 19?
I have a feeling that is potassium. So I'm going to say potassium.
Yeah, very good. Excellent.
Oh.
Good answer. That's one of those ones. That's a quizzy thing that doesn't start with the same letter. So you're going really well. You've not dropped any points so far. Lib Dems cruising. Right. Number 6. What is the name of the landlocked country? These get more difficult now. Landlocked country in the Himalayas whose national flag includes a picture of the thunder dragon.
In the Himalayas.
Yeah. Landlocked country in the Himalayas, independent country, and their flag has a picture of a thunder dragon.
I don't know this. I'm going to have to guess. I'm just going to have to guess a country in the Himalayas. I know that Bhutan has a certain flag that's a certain shape, but I don't think it's got a dragon on it. So I'm going to say Tibet. But
well, yeah, so near for that, right? It's Bhutan. Disaster.
Because Tibet doesn't count as an independent country.
Exactly, yeah. Well, obviously, it depends who they ask. There may be some politics around that, you know, but at the moment, it's still part of.
Bhutan's flag is like a pennant. It's like a triangle, isn't it?
It's an unusual. Exactly, it's unusual shape. It's like two triangles on top of each other, but it's got the triangle. So that's the first one you've dropped, but you're going great. You're going fine. Number 7 for 7 points is another multiple choice question. This is the other 50-50. So which of these is longer? The Bayeux Tapestry or the world record for triple jump?
Oh.
So 2 quite different things, but which one is longer?
Bayeux Tapestry is pretty long. But then
that's a good start.
Athletes jump a really long way. 3 goes at it.
Athletes go quite a long way. Bayeux Tapestry is quite long as well.
I can't wait. You've got a good question there.
I'm quite pleased with it.
I'm Bayeux Tapestry.
It's correct. Yes, good shout. It's about 3 times as long. Okay. The triple jump's 18.29 and the tapestry is 68.38. So it's about 3 times the length. So that's a good answer in there. I've just been corrected by some of the people in the chat. Yeah, Nepal's got the 2 triangles on top of each other, and it's Bhutan has got Bhutan. It's like red and yellow triangles, but a normal shape, and then the dragon on top of it, something like that. Now that I remember, Nepal's got a funny shape, right? Number 8. Which board game is also the title of a stage musical with the music written by the 2 male members of ABBA, and it first came out in 1986?
That would be chess, where one
comes from. I like how you don't fire into the answer. When you know it, you're like, I know this, and I'm just going to take a second to check.
Classic politician waffle if I don't know the answer. But,
yeah, well, I noticed earlier on that I said the quip about this is the only way to get a straight answer, and then who commented? It was Richard. Said, "Ha, straight answer. Question 1: Are you Charles or Charlie?" Well, it depends. You know. Well spotted by Mr. Rennick. Right, okay, 2 more questions left. You've only got 1 wrong so far. This is going really well. So, Worcestershire sauce by Leon Perrins. Which fish is listed as one of the ingredients in Worcestershire sauce, or Worcester sauce, however you say it?
That's an anchovy, isn't it?
Very good. Great answer. Yeah, 9 points for that one. Brilliant answer. Very good. Fermented anchovy. Great stuff. And the last one. This is very difficult. It has to be because it's a 10-point question. Okay. Yeah. It's a what year question. I think you saw the end of the maiden quiz, yeah? And right, it's the same sort of idea, but you only get 1 year either way. In fact, no, we'll make it 2 years either way because 1 year's a bit tight. We'll make it 2 years either way. In which year did the Russian city of Leningrad revert to its old name of St. Petersburg, which of course it is now? So it's now St. Petersburg. It was Leningrad. What year did it change back to being St. Petersburg? And you can get within 2 years for this.
All right. This isn't as easy as Die Hard 2.
No, this is your 10-point question. This is
we're in the same woods, though, aren't we? Is that sort of time?
You're trying to squeeze some info out of me there, but I'm just doing poker face.
No. It's just giving you my thought process.
That's fine.
I'll say before Die Hard 2 came out. I'm going to say 1989.
You've said 1989. The actual year they changed was just after the fall of communism. It was 1991, but that is close enough. You're 2 years out, so you get the 10 points. Oh, yes. Nice finish. So, 55 possible points. You only dropped one question, which was the 6.1, the Bhutan thing, which you nearly got right as well. So you've ended up with 49 points, and that's a brilliant score, and that puts you on the board. I'll do the board later. I'll show you the board later on. I'll send you the board and all that. But Greens are on the top. We had Jody, who is an actual quizmaster. He did it for the Greens. And so you're easily at the second place. Try to get a vote from the other parties. And they're saying, well done. Listen, I'll have to get away soon, get some other folks doing some games here. But just quickly, like elections coming up, you're a Lib Dem. And when I sent you the message, you wrote back to me and said, wow, a competition that I could actually win as a Lib Dem, I'm in. So what are your chances at this election, like as a Musselburgh person or as a list person?
I think my chances are slim. I'm very low down the list. So I would need a sort of Kind Hearts and Coronets style, lots of people to have terrible accidents before I get elected on the list.
It's like what position on the list are you?
Well, I think I'm number 10 on the list, so there's quite a lot ahead.
Well, I think after this performance, they might want to review that. Old Mr. Reddy might want to jack you up. They're running on. What do you do for a living just now?
So I work for the Borders Forest Trust. We are a conservation charity. Right. We plant new native forests and protect the existing ones we've got. So it's cool.
That's all right. So it's not like this is your last chance. You know, like you've got a job. Fantastic. So I mean, you must have thought to yourself, right? There's an outside chance I could become an MSP. Have you checked out all the salaries and benefits and whatnot? Is it quite good?
No, I just suspect it's going to be more than I get at the moment. You know what these fat cats are like.
Well, absolutely. Well, hopefully one. Is this
clean them up?
Is this the first time you've been a candidate?
No, I've been a candidate a few times in the past. And
like, how does it? Does it work that the more you do it, the higher up the list you get? Is it like a sort of pecking order type thing, or?
No, it depends. You choose where you want to put yourself forward, and I think I've always wanted to put myself forward, sort of the place where I feel most closely associated to, and over that time, they have been good prospects for the Lib Dems, no matter how good my campaigns have been.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's party politics, isn't it? I mean, it's hard to get around some fairly brutal numbers. Anyway, hopefully some people will see this, and great performance by you. 49 points for Charlie Dundas and the Lib Dems. Great performance, and I'll give you a round of applause myself and everybody else as well. Thank you very much. Well done. See you later. Bye. Right, he was quite good, wasn't he? I hope you enjoyed that, folks. I'm going to be doing a few of these. Hope it wasn't too long or anything like that. But let's play some games for names. So glad to have worked out sound issues. Right, games for names. What have I got? I have got Hangman. Let's do a bit of Hangman just to get moving on this. So this is doing a weird thing as well. Okay. Right, in that case, let's do Where Am I instead, because that doesn't depend on PowerPoint, which is misbehaving. He was very good. I hope. No, I'm inviting people from all the main parties. Like, I'm putting my own stuff aside for this. So Green, SNP, Lib Dem, Labour, Tory. I'm inviting them all on, and hopefully I'll get at least one from each party. I've got a couple of Lib Dems already lined up for in the coming weeks, but I'm hoping to sort of have them taking turns. Anyway, let's do Where Am I? Hopefully he'll get at least as many votes as he got points, 49. Well, look out for that. We'll be looking out for his score on his on election night. Musselburgh. All right, Charles Dundas, Lib Dem, Musselburgh. So let's check it out. Let's play Where Am I? Okay, so where are we? Where am I? Here we go. Yeah, he's all right guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Good guy. Merkel Amaro just liked it. Louisa says, not my cup of tea. Well, that's why I knew some people wouldn't like it. Let's try to keep it to 10 minutes, you know. No, it's not Aldershot. No, good guess, but not Aldershot. Let's see. Now, what's going on? There's a swan. There's a statue. Union flag. Guys cutting about or someone with a stick. Stratford, Hendon, Aldershot, Doncaster, Ashby, Dillazooch. I'm going to do that one of these nights, and I bet you get caught out. The night it is Ashby Dillazooch, but it's not Ashby Dillazooch. Heedy, don't know where that is. Staines. I've been to Staines. It's not as bad as it sounds. Derby, Swansea, Oldham, Stratford, Swansea. I mean, you're all right in thinking it's a completely sort of anonymous, unfamous Middle England type of place. That's definitely true. Bristol, Kings Lynn, Camberley, Cambridge, Bristol, York, Reading. No. Should we go down here a bit? Whoa, streets are empty. What's going on? Lovely big bus stop there, fresh paint. What the hell kind of road is this? Is that like a cycle path, a human path, and a bus thing? And then it all goes to a pedestrian bit here. Nuts. Ilkley, Leicester, Stevenage, Oldham, Bolton, Salford, Derby, Exeter. Right, okay, I'm going to start having to zoom you in here a little bit. So, north of Exeter, west of Norwich, Stratford and Avon's probably quite close. I'm not sure exactly where this thing is, but I think Stratford on Avon's about as close as anyone's got so far. Like, out of the ones that I know, there's a few coming up that I don't really know. What's going on? I'm in a little trap here. This looks like the main square. Hungerford. No. I've been through Hungerford. Hitchhiking. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've been to this place as well, hitchhiking. The old days, the 90s, used to hitch everywhere. There's a place called the Sweet Jar. Melton Mowbray, Warwick, Gloucester, Warwick, Tamworth, Hereford, Worcester, Doncaster, Warwick. Now, I'm going to have to give you some clues, aren't I? What we got? Weaver's Wharf. See, this is a difficult one, so it's taken enough time that you might actually be able to look this up and get the answer. Weaver's Wharf. Look up that. Nah, it's not MK. Rowland Hill Shopping Centre. No, not Kenilworth. It's not. That's not Kidderminster, is it? Oh shit, I can't remember. There's two places I always get mixed up. Kidderminster's one of them. So you might be right. I need to open my Where Am I thing to remember where the hell I am. Yeah, it is. It's Kidderminster. Yeah. I was thinking Kettering. I always get Kidderminster mixed up with Kettering in my head. So Louisa, I'm pretty sure you were first. And you are on the wheel. So Louisa, job's on. There we go. Hey, nice one. Did you look it up? Did you look up the shopping centre? Right, that was a difficult one. Really difficult. Let's see if we can get something slightly easier for the next one. For the old, where am I? Okay, where are we now? This is a difficult one. Oops. Okay. Now, Big used to live there and didn't get it. Brilliant. Did you notice when you were living there, like the buildings and things? I mean, quite a lot of those buildings were quite old. They must be the same, surely. Right, what are you guessing? Kuala Lumpur, Jakarta, Honolulu, Tampa, Singapore, Orlando. No, none of these places. Check these skyscrapers. I didn't think this place looked like this. I thought it was more like shanty towns, but it's got all these massive big tower blocks. Singapore, Orlando, Cape Coral, Honolulu, Singapore, Tallahassee, Singapore. It's not in the USA. All right. It's not in Australia. It's not in the Middle East. So it's not Abu Dhabi. It's not anywhere in Africa. So it's not Johannesburg. It's not in Asia either. So where are we? Can we travel around here? Yeah. Cancun, Ho Chi Minh City, Cape Town, Dubai. So it's not in Asia, not in Africa. Cancun is probably closest so far, but it's not in Mexico. Where are we? Is that one of those kiddie cars that's crashed? Oh no, it's art. Manila, Kingston, Mumbai, Sao Paulo, Caracas, Calcutta. Caracas is probably, well, sort of close as well. In the same way that Cancun is close. Panama City! That's the right answer. That's right. This is Panama City. Oh, look, PC. That's probably what that means. It's probably a shopping centre. Look at these buildings. I honestly thought Panama was like a nothing country, you know, like nothing there really, you know, sheds and stuff. But they got big tower blocks. Must be really rich. Everyone, look at those. Doesn't look like anyone actually lives in them, mind. I don't know. Louisa, you've done it again. You got 2 in a row. You're going really well. On Where Am I? This is a game that you always ask for. By the way, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to do a couple more of these and then we're going to spin the wheel at 1:30. So I've got one more of these. Good answer. Whoop, whoop. Nice one. Okay, right. Let's get the third Where Am I on. Let's see. So I've done that one. Right, it must be this one. Okay, here we go. Right, where are we now? Why did you think it would be shanty towns? I just thought it was a very small population. I thought it was the canal, nothing much else really. But you're right enough, Paul. It's a tax haven, so that's probably the deal. It's probably like, you know, you can bring your money here, but you got to build this big building, build our infrastructure for us. So yeah, I mean, we've all got ideas about places, you know, and my idea was completely wrong. Right, what are you saying? Lahore, Magaluf, Manila, Perth, Marmaris, Melbourne, Cebu, Taipei, Ashby, ain't no Ashby de la Zouch, motherfucker. Cancun, Seoul, Ankara, Alice Springs, Manila, India. That's not really a city, Sean. That's more of an entire country / subcontinent with over 20 official languages. So it's a bit more than a city. Seville, Medan, Jakarta, Cape Town, Hanoi. We got a right answer. We got a right answer. It's Nicola. That's a new name to me. Nicola Copeland. Nice one. It is. It's Hanoi in Vietnam. Great work, Nicola. Don't think I've typed your name onto the wheel before, so it's a pleasure to get a new person on the wheel. Brilliant work. And yeah, there it is. That's nice, isn't it? Nice wee house tucked in between the new builds. So Hanoi's in Vietnam, of course. And everyone's going about their business there. Nice bus. Plenty of room on the bus. What does it say on the side? It says, Mua me tin den fog vu. And that'll mean something to somebody. It's a great thing about going to places where you can't read the language is that you're immune to advertising because you don't know what they're saying. Hey, Nicola's pleased with that. Nice one. Spain's got a red and yellow flag, Marion, but I don't think they have a monopoly on the colours red and yellow when it applied to buses. I mean, Paisley used to have red and yellow buses, didn't they? Clydeside Scottish. Where they used to have the different operators, SMT franchises. Eastern Scottish, that was a classy colour. Kind of creamy and sort of pea green. And then you had Lowland Scottish, and that was the really bright yellow and the green. A bit more, the same kind of scheme, but just more harsh. I liked the Eastern Scottish colour scheme. So Kirkcaldy? No, none of those. Yeah, I don't know. That's maybe the uptown bit. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of international languages there. Tremendous fact. Paisley had the first bendy buses in Scotland. Okay, it's 28 minutes past. Now, let me just see if I can close and open. Okay. Hangman, because I've got a bit of Hangman. It was completely ready to go. And then I had a bit of a problem. Let's see, Hangman. Has it saved the new Hangmans that I did earlier? Let's have a look. It has saved them. No, it hasn't. No. There's still two that I hadn't used before, though, so let's do these ones. Okay, here we go. So let me just get it into a part of the screen where I can use it. Right, 2 Hangmans just to finish off, and then we're going to be spinning the wheel in about a minute or 2 minutes. Okay, so here we go. And it's going to be prize time coming up real soon. So hit me with some letters, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go. So, person who lived 1880 to 1947. It's not Paolo Nutini. Right, Louisa's straight in there with the letters K and O. And then we've got HLT. That's cool, HT. So K, there's no K. O, there's a pair of O's. H, no. L, no. T. Then PLMS. P. Yeah, this is, it's not Peter the Greta or not Peter the Great, not George V. That P's got in there as a good P. That's kind of giving it away if you know it. Guy lived from 1880 to 1947. Let's see. L, no, we've had L already. M, is there an M? No, there's no M. Now, you're getting the right idea with Maria von Trapp and Maria von Trapp von and von Trapp, but it is Chrism who gets it right. It's Georg von Trapp. That is your actual guy who the story of The Sound of Music was about. He was the father of the von Trapp family, who were a real family, and did singing and left Austria and became famous in the USA. Sound of Music, Genesis.